What's up, and welcome to another episode, Master Moats Film Session. And today, gotta be talking about the young guy, Devin Bush, man. He's definitely been picking up his play and productivity a lot this season. But this particular game, man, against Miami, he was on one. So, I'm gonna highlight a couple of those plays for you, man. But make sure y'all like this video and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so just yet. And don't forget the notification bell, baby. That's Devin right there in the middle. Play it in full screen. After that, we're gonna break it down. But nah, man, was really impressed with what Devin was doing this particular game, man. Really impressed. All right, so to start this thing out, man, shout out to the defense. We talked about Terrell Austin, right, and some of the things that he's been trying to do to account for the loss of TJ Watt. This guy right here is Isaiah Loudermilk, okay? That's our D tackle, but he's playing DN right here, okay? So he's in a 9 technique. That's why he's outside shade this tight end. We have Larry Ogunjobi in a 3, Cam in the 1, and then you have Alex Highsmith on the backside in a 5, okay? But this is a 4-3 defense, meaning that's 1 D-line, 2 D-line, 3 D-line, 4. How many linebackers? 1, 2, 3. Pittsburgh Steelers don't run 4-3 defense. Pittsburgh Steelers are a 3-4 outlook, but Terrell Austin does have 4-3 in his system, all right? So that puts Devin Bush as a Mike linebacker in the 4-3, all right? Very different because now he's protected by Miles Jack and Robert Spillane, so it simplifies it for him. So in terms of his run gap, his immediate responsibility is this A gap here, okay? Now, he does have to be alert for this fullback because every time you have a fullback, they do carry an extra gap with them. But as a whole, man, I love this from Devin. First off, the line is good, man. Line right in your gap. We don't got to play with it. This tight end is on the ball. You're not necessarily worried about him coming back. So you're really keying this fullback and the guards, right? So as the fullback starts to shift, you see that influences Devin to start to cheat. But then from there, he stays square, shuffle inside out. Now, this fullback is out here. He could race to get out here in a hurry, right? But then he's not going to be tempoing the ball, okay? So it's important that he maintains inside out leverage on the ball carrier, 31. So even though the fullback, who's one of our tips, one of our keys, is out here making a block on Robert Spillane, who is the Sam linebacker in this particular formation, Devin knows, hey man, this is the ball right here, so let me go be a playmaker. And now from there, tempos it, stay in square, shoulders, look at that. Not facing the line, not facing the sideline because he's opened up and he's turned completely. No, he's shuffling, staying square, working his way downhill. Great position. Now you're able to have a wrap-up tackle, stop Raheem Mostert in the hole right there, man. This was beautiful football right here by Devin Bush, man. Beautiful football. And like I said, it comes from him in the 4-3 defense, but good job. It was subtle at the beginning right there, but what he did, I want to rewind it so you don't miss it, okay? At the beginning of this thing, man, you watch him, he changes levels, okay? He takes a quick little step back just to give him some more time, man, in terms of reading this thing in terms of when he wants to flow fast to the ball. He doesn't want to be hitting Miles Jack, who's the Will linebacker here, or Robert Spillane, who is the Sam linebacker here, okay? So he takes a nice little step back, gives himself some more room. Now he can see it. Now he's at proper depth, and he can play downhill, fast flow to the ball, big time play. D Bush represent for the 5-5, brother. Now you hear the excitement in my voice because I'm telling you, when D Bush was in this 4-3 defense, it didn't matter if he was lined at the Mike, the Sam, or the Will linebacker spot. He was cooking. He was big time right here, man. So here he is once again, 4-3 defense, but now he's at the Will alignment. So once again, 4-3, right? That is Chris Wormley as the DN to the 9 side. All right. So what we do, what the Pittsburgh Steelers have done since TJ Watt has been out, whenever they want to go with their sub look or have that extra linebacker on the field, whether it's 3 linebackers, 4-3 defense like we're seeing, or the big nickel when you bring Arthur Mallette in, or who's the other nickels we've been using? We've rotated a couple. Norwood's been out there a little bit. Sometimes we bump Sutton into the interior part when everybody's been healthy. But they like to bring an extra D lineman on to the front side for run protection. All right, so that's why you have Wormley right here to the front side, 9 technique. Montravis is a 3, head. Cam Hayward on the backside in that 1, and then you got Malik on the outside. So this makes Devin the Will linebacker because he's away from the passing strength. Tight end, Tyreek's in the slots, 3 receivers to this side of the field. That's passing strength. That makes Miles Jack your Mike, and now Robert Spillane's your Sam, okay? So just once again, had to spend a little bit more time because it's a 4-3, just slightly different in terms of the alignment that we're accustomed to seeing here in Pittsburgh, all right? But with that being the case, let's watch this play, man. Full speed one time. Come downhill. Yeah. Go make you a play. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so coaching point wise though, all right, as the will linebacker versus flow at you with a fullback, his job is to take on this block. You want to be on their side of the field in terms of their side of the line of scrimmage, but you want to hammer this back. You want to force this play back to the cavalry, which are these two free defenders on the inside, okay? So that's why when you see Devin come downhill, he starts with really good technique. He's shuffling downhill. He's staying square. So he's ready to attack. If 74 gets to him first, he could take on 74 with his hands, still be a factor on 30 in terms of the lead blocker. But he understands, man, I got good width. So he goes with the same foot, same shoulder, more power concept on the fullback, because a lot of times with these fullbacks, it's going to be a car crash. Now you can match him power for power like D. Bush did right here, or you can hit him with your hands, or you can swim them, all right? But the big thing is you look at them as an obstacle, but that's not the exact mission. We don't care about destroying fullbacks. I care about you tackling the ball carrier. So D. Bush understands that. Not only does he effectively put a little hit on 30, but he's also spinning off of that thing, being a playmaker, going to get the ball carrier, making a tackle right there. And then you see him even talk about it after the fact, hitting that helmet, because he knows, man, that's what you're supposed to do as a will linebacker in the 4-3 defense with run action at you, lead block. But for him to not just hammer it back, but also make the tackle, man, this was big time right here. So I was definitely impressed to see that. Because like you said, man, it's less about the technique and more so about just the desire. You know, we've talked about Devin Bush last year, and some of the things that we were critical about him, or critical on him about specifically, was at times his body language, his effort, his mannerisms didn't always reflect a guy that was trying to make plays, a guy that genuinely cared about it. But you watch this play, man, this is passion. This is a guy that wants to make plays, and it's good to see that right there by 5-5, baby. All right, now this play right here, once again, has Devin Bush in the 4-3 defense, but this time he is aligned as the Sam linebacker, all right? So we showed him in the run support twice, right? One in terms of lead blocker coming up on him, the other in terms of run action at him, but him just being a playmaker, reading and staying inside out. Now we're going to get a chance to see him when he has to do a little bit of the coverage element and just processing through it, all right? So here he is right here at the Sam linebacker spot for the Steelers defensively, all right? And I should play this in full speed. And I'll play real quick, and then I'll talk about what they play defensively. All right, how about that? There we go. All right. Now I can talk about what they playing defensively. You know, I get excited, man. We get to talk a little LB action, man. Y'all know this is my passion right here. But for the Steelers defensively, they're playing man-to-man coverage out of their base. I said their base 4-3, out of their 4-3 defense. So to break it down, this is James Pierre. Here's your outside corner. But for the Dolphins on offense, they're in 21 they're in 21 personnel. 2 backs, 1, 2. Tight end is the 1 in terms of the 21, right? Because 2 RBs, 1 tight end. And then you have the dual set receivers, but the receivers are over in terms of their alignment, right? This is Tyreek in the slot. This is Waddle front side, okay? So that's why Pierre is over here, locking him up, okay? So the way that we have this is James Pierre is man-to-man on Tyreek. You got Levi Wallace man-to-man on Jalen Waddle. And then the combination of Robert Spillane, Miles Jack, Devin Bush, and Terrell Edmonds will take the 3 in terms of the tight end, the fullback, and the running back. So with it being 4/3, one of these players are going to be essentially your low hold defender. All right. So that's the coaching point in terms of the defense, in terms of the mindset, the thought process. Now for Devin Bush, let's see how he plays this in terms of his eyes. So right now we got run action, right? In terms of play action. Okay. So early on, you're seeing Devin do what? Shuffle, stay square, working towards the ball, right? Because right now he will be on the backside. For anything that's cutting back, they'll be sending it to him if it was a run. But first off, you got elephants on parade in terms of these offensive linemen are not gaining any ground. So you see him read that super fast. And a lot of times on the backside, it is easier to read elephants on parade, play action pass, than it is when the run action is directly at you. So if you look at the difference, Miles Jack and Robert Spillane, in terms of Miles right here, Robert Spillane right here, they are downhill in a hurry. Whereas Devin is already changing direction, getting ready to come out of this thing because he's already read the display action pass. Really good by his eyes, though. And he also understands this. When we talk 4-over-3, because those two, in terms of these two running backs going front side, that means that your inside linebackers by those guys, okay? So now it's 2-on-1 in terms of Devin Bush right here, Terrell Edmonds right here on this one tight end, okay? Now, the way they played it was this way. They said, all right, essentially, Edmonds, you lock that. That is yours once we get fast flow away. So that means that Devin Bush becomes the free player. As the free player, when it's cover one, you can sit back and wait for something to happen. And on most pass plays, traditional pass plays, drop back, that does work out. But on this, it's play action. So he looks up, he doesn't see anything, but he does feel space. He feels two out here running. And now, just be an athlete. Make a play in space, good tackle, head up, come to balance, bring him down. Because Tua was definitely not trying to go for no slide action. Even though they said that he would, he was not on that energy. So it was good to see Devin not only execute the assignment correctly, but also finish the play in terms of making an open field tackle in the red zone. Really nice play right here by him across the board, though. In terms of just being very fundamental. And then I'm going to show it to you from the end zone so you can see just vision-wise what he sees as well. Communication, pre-snap. You see Mink over there talking, right? They're all communicating because it's cover one. They got to be on the same page. How are they passing these routes, all right? But then from there, Devin, good eyes. You see his eyes. Look at him. He's keying what he needs to key. He sees the guards. He can see the back. All right. Or in terms of the fullback, he understands his fast flow away. He didn't get anything crossing his face, so nothing is bringing him back until elephants on parade. And now from there, he's able to see it and then go be a playmaker, baby. That was lovely, though, man. Once again. Good eyes, good work, and good open field tackle, man. If he missed the tackle, probably a touchdown. But good work by him, man. Shout out to 5-5 once again. All right, now this last play from Devin Bush's performance versus the Dolphins, man, I was really impressed with it. He was really excited about it as well. Just shows him in coverage, man, running with Tyreek Hill and actually making a play on the ball, making a big-time PBU. So definitely wanted to put that up here and talk about that. That is him right there. Played in full speed. After that, we will break this final play down. My man said, if I can run with him, I ain't got to respect anybody else. I like it. So just real quickly, man, in terms of cover 6, quarter, half. All right. So Pierre, quarter. All right. 1/4. Minka's on this backside. He has this whole half over here. Okay. Corner is going to be squatting. All right. So that means that Devin is vertical hook off of number 2, or he'll be matching number 2 the way that we do it. All right, so he'll be off of number 2, and then Miles is off of number 3, and then Alex Heisman to the front side will be off of number 2, which in this case is that off-ball tight end. Number 3 is the running back. Too weak right now is this slot receiver. Okay, but what ends up happening is this, man. Right now, the number 2 receiver is this guy in motion, Trent Sherfield, right? And if he goes all the way across the line of scrimmage, right, if he continues in motion, then the number 2 guy becomes the running back. So that's who Devin Bush will be off of right now, okay? But you're asking yourself, well, how the heck, Moats, does he get to being on Tyreek Hill? Well, this is a part of the nastiness of our defense. Once this happens in terms of the ball snapping, but we're getting that release in this combination, this is an automatic switch between those two guys. So now you're going to have Devin Bush pretty much man-to-man on a receiver. And this particular one is Tyreek Hill. Minka understands that, so he's going to hold and try to give body position, but he still has to respect, and help out on number 1 as well, being the half-field safety, all right? So that is how we get to this matchup, Devin Bush on Tyreek. And I want to say, man, it's a really good job by Devin. Tempo in this thing, man, trusting his leverage and understanding that even though Tyreek's trying to chatter his feet, stay inside out. make them have to throw the ball over your head because you have the safety over top. That is where your help is at. You do not want to outrun Tyreek. You do not want to try to, well, you can't outrun Tyreek first off, but you don't want to try to get over the top because he will cut underneath and now your safety help becomes irrelevant. But because he maintains his leverage, his posture, even right there where Tyreek tries to chatter his feet, he maintains good leverage, man. He doesn't get panicky either. Okay, that's the other thing, man. You don't want to get too panicky and get too handsy and get a cheap flag right here. Maintains good space. Boom. Let's stay. All right. And now ball. Heads up. Get your hand out there, man. Good work right there getting that PBU. Like I said, man, really impressed with Devin Bush's performance this game, both. And this is actually him out of the 3-4 defense on regular base, not the 4-3 stuff. So he did make plays in both formations, all right? But like I said, man, really was impressed with what he did this game. Still is not perfect, but when you talk about the strides that he has made this season in contrast to what we saw last year and stuff like that, man, it's night and day. So you let me know your thoughts on Devin Bush's performance, man, where you see him going in, you know, if he's somebody that you would potentially want to keep around next year as well, man. But either way, I appreciate you for tuning in, and until next time, baby, peace.